Hey everyone. Well, today is the day on which officially I have now seen all of the students in my first kind of wave of this piano course that I'm running. And I feel like it's kind of a, momentous occasion, just partly because it means that I've literally everybody now I've started the course for everyone. Everyone has now begun. They've all met me. They've all spoken. We've done an initial lesson, so we're moving, and it's really cool. I mean, I'm getting really good feedback on my daily videos. I basically do a video. It's kind of like these videos, except that it's about piano, and it's it's a little more structured than this. If this is kind of like me reflecting on whatever's happening in my life, the course is more structured than that. I actually have a week 1 outline. By next week, I'll have a week 2 and week 3 outline. But the thing that kind of keeps surprising me, although it shouldn't, I guess, but it does, is that this is this is really a thing. Like, this whole thing of approaching piano as a mindfulness practice really is a thing. It's amazing to me that it's not more common, that it's not like more obvious, because in a way this is like so obvious to me that this is an access point into piano, and it's a way of approaching music in general, not just piano, from a kind of spiritual awareness based perspective, like that allowing all of the little sensations of music to register. One of the things that I find myself saying in my piano videos is, something happens where between the point where we are standing up, we sit down at the piano, and we start to play. Somewhere in that process of like sitting down and starting to play, we often skip over a whole bunch of feelings, a whole bunch of things that come up and that are actually available to us as realization, as discovery. But we've just kind of been taught, or we've just developed a habit of sitting down at the piano and like putting it all aside and then going into the music. And there's this amazing thing that happens when people sit down and don't do that and just like sit with what is there, like what it does to us to look at the keyboard and feel what is in our body, feel what is in our emotions. It's this amazing kind of moment that I've discovered just in the last couple of days of working with people. How much is there? And then I have I would say a pretty good spread of different levels of experience in the class. Some people are really beginning with very little prior musical experience, and most of them have a kind of decent grasp of certain fundamentals. But then I also have a student who's played a bunch, and she's playing a bunch of well-known composers, and so it's cool because I kind of get to engage with this mindfulness approach on a couple of different levels of experience, and across the board it's totally relevant. It's totally like everybody is really saying, yeah, this is what I've been wanting to do. And it's really interesting to me too, because I've said this before, but the more I do it, the more I realize this is what I want. This is what I would have wanted when I was younger, and it's what I want now. The nice thing is, now I'm teaching a class on it. I'm basically able to take my own course. Like I get to express all these ideas as they come to me, and as the structure of the course kind of unfolds through the doing of it, I'm taking the course. Like, I'm like the first student to sign up. And that's really cool too, because I'm making explicit things that have maybe kind of been percolating in my mind and been bouncing around in my awareness, but I'm making them explicit. And it means that now, as I'm practicing, like I did a session today and we were working on Mozart Fantasy number 3, And I had never played the piece, and so but I watched my student play it, and we talked a little bit about it. We got into things a little bit, but basically we decided we're going to look at that piece for next time. And then we got off the call, and I just sat with that piece for an hour or so and just like worked it out, like studied it. And I was everything that I had just talked about was like right there, and I was immediately applying what I had been saying and teaching 2 minutes before. And that's just super exciting. It means like it means that I'm getting the benefit of taking the course that I always wished I could have taken as I create it. That's really a fun experience. And there's something that Kyle often says about your obvious, like what's obvious to you is like what's most obvious to you is often the most unique thing. And that's a little bit the experience that I'm having right now with this mindfulness piano course. I mean, again, I don't claim to be the only person doing this work, but it's definitely not that common. It's not like I don't see it online. It's not like something that I see around a lot. But to me, it's so obvious. It's like this is the way that I've approached piano for years, and now I'm starting to like realize, oh, like lots and lots of other people are kind of looking for this and have probably even imagined that this is how piano could be, but nobody's really, put together a course to kind of talk about it or work with it in this way. And so to me, it's like so obvious, but that's turning out to be really of value to other people, and really like other people are really resonating with it. So that's super fun, and I think it's really kind of giving me a good feeling for like that I'm onto something here. I'm on the right track. So that's kind of where I'm at today. I'm just appreciating that, and I'm feeling like, okay, this is really good movement. This is a direction that I feel like there's a lot of potential for depth here. I'm looking forward to adding a couple more students in to like kicking off another wave, long before the 6 weeks is over. I'm not planning to wait the full length of the course before adding new students in. I just wanted to launch with a kind of pod of people initially, and then now I can start kind of layering people in as we're moving. But yeah, I just look forward to the next discoveries with the students that I have. Every one of them is so present and so like courageous for diving in like this, and there's just, I think, gratitude all around on both sides, because we're all going, wait, this is so much fun. It's so stress-free. Like, we're making music in a really beautiful, open-hearted way. Yay! What could be better? So yeah, it's a good day. It's a good day. So anyway, I appreciate all of you. Thank you for being in my life. I love you. I'll talk to you soon.